Da. There we go. Alright, looks like we got everything up and running here. Salutations and good to be back on the air. Let's go ahead and grab the link and just share it around. Where'd I put my mouse? Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. And this needs to just go to a few friends. Yeah, that's right. Last time I played this, I had a little bit of connectivity issues and things cut out all of a sudden. So, might be a little bit ahead of where things last left off. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, it's night, Kim's not here. Ooh. I knock on the door.
The lieutenant's door is closed. No response. What are you doing? Still no response. Is he not worried that you haven't found the murder weapon yet? Doesn't he want to go for a little drive? You hear the sound of a drawer closing,
Wait, what?
followed by the shuffling of feet.
Is that you, Harry? What time is it?
No, thou art God.
What? Thou art... What? You know what, let's, do you want to go for a midnight drive? Clear our heads?
To clear our heads from what? Sleep?
Sleep is what he needs most right now.
Good night, Harry.
Oh, I bothered Kim. I didn't think he would actually be in his room. I sent him off with the body. Jeez. Poor Kim. Aw. Right then. Oh, I should probably not thought cabinet. Ice cream maker, okay. Need to increase physical instrument. What's my score at? I need 40 more points. Right, okay. Alright, got nothing else to do, so, you know what, let's just, go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Yeah, and I've earned the mess that's there, too. Fine, let's go to sleep. It's been
It's
a long
not
day.
easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Oh, I'm still standing. The flashlight.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
What? Well, spinning an eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance.
Oh?
Rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is this?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Aw, that's a shame. What if I do want to be unmade?
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow, I don't want to. It's all beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
I mean, Loop can be fine too.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
I mean, but what if I want to keep some of them? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that, lizard brain.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
What if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
For the money, baby.
Ooh, is that what that?
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists, trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Making progress. Measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
Changing around him, but it says here changing him. I guess that's a typo.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Ow. Ow. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling the pillow.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Oh, you got me, Volition. Alright,
Do
thanks.
it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world, one conversation at a time.
Alright. Open my eyes. What do we got here? Oh. Ugh. Thoughts.
Good, you're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
Really? Really, something's been bothering me for a few days. Okay, yeah, fine. What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here.
You think so? You really think so?
An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Alright, let's get right to it. What needs to be done?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing.
Uh-huh.
It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
I thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
Oh, do I really need this headache right now, empathy? Alright, give it to me. I'll accept the responsibility.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority,
Okay.
like a committee.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez.
Oh, jeez. Who are we talking about then? Joyce isn't really from here, even though she seems even-keeled. Everard is a thing, that's for sure. I don't know if anyone would really respect the grandmother. Titus would want his hands in on this, but... ugh. Oh boy.
Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start.
What? The half-brother? The lieutenant?
Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
And what happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
Okay. Alright, I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Our list. Kim might know where to... Okay. Right. Oh, hey, it's Tim.
Yes?
Yeah, are we gonna talk about the boots I'm wearing?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots. Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
You are?
It was a joke, sadly. There's
Oh,
nothing I can do
sadly.
about your delinquency. What's done is done. Let's get back to police work.
Okay.
I don't care about your insane theft, the lieutenant thinks, and looks away from the boots. Just know, if anyone asks me, I will snitch on you.
Okay, Kim, we need to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
What do you mean?
If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us.
Oh, no. I mean, like, la responsabilité. You know, the kind that gets assigned.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For this whole situation.
Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
Yes, exactly.
Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn toward moralism was just an act. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Nothing. Just leave. Alright. Oh yeah, we gotta talk with you guys.
Thank you so much for helping us out with our research, sweetie. I hope all of this hasn't been too much of a distraction for you.
I'm just doing my job.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Ooh.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You know what? That's all for now. Let's see. Whoa. What do we got here? Inland Volition. What do we got for, suggestion? Anything for suggestion? -1 suggestion. -1 suggestion. Wait. +1 suggestion. Okay, that'll do. Right,
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
maybe I can convince her. Tell me about some cool cryptids.
Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
Could you tell me about just one interesting cryptid?
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid. Promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
Is this bird a cryptid?
No. It's the cryptid.
Wow. The cryptid?
Oh, yes.
Okay, what is this bird?
The 8-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until
Mutation? Huh. All of evolution is a mutation.
Until...
Until it was cited by renowned Gottwaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty, but, of course, you are not all-knowing.
Oh, I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
And Amorau is...
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the Teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
He was following it?
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the Teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist.
Watch out.
Then the Teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
Hold on, how did he survive to tell the story?
The 8-eyed Teratorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
An 8-eyed, mind-controlling bird. Yes.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrau is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes and is a living fossil and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
Ooh, good. Glad you like it, Kim. So that was the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes, but there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Ilmara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
Well, this has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
Let's see. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the Phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
Measuring things is important. How did she get the size?
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, how old... where is this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
Alright, what happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian Phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
And its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
Okay, thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
That's all for now, ma'am. Now, you.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
So, I checked all those traps.
Good. Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yeah, nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was the one at the campsite. Maybe this factors in somehow?
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Oh, Gary, hey, I don't know where you are. It's not very scientific to reason backwards from a conclusion you won't. Well, yeah, sure. What a deft hunter. This is
Of
fascinating.
course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
No idea.
Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual
Interface.
curiosity?
Develop an alternative theory about missing locusts.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
Aha, I think the little hooligan called Kuno might have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
To mess with you?
Oh, my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin, see if anything comes up.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
Alright, oh, did you know that Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
Alright, I'll get going. Great, missing insects, responsibility. Suna. I can't help her until I get that undone. Oh boy, oh, and the child has appeared. Just gonna run? Okay, you can run. Right, I should check back with Alice. Yeah. Alright, anything else? Oh, Yeah, I want this on. I'm good. And tools. There we go. Perfect. I don't think I can do that again. Ooh, wait. I can do it again. It's beautiful. What do I got here? A +1 from the jacket. Chemistry. Visual calculus, conceptualization. I might as well keep that on for the time being. Nothing else. Nothing else, really. Alright, let's give this another try.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Real quick, though. Child. Child. So what's up, child? You wanna run? You wanna hide? Alright. He gonna hide. Right. So, Mr. Man with sunglasses. He's cool. There's something strange about this guy.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
69. You're at 69.
He seems to be observing you through the reflective glass of his eyewear. There's no reply. Perhaps repeat it?
41st.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
Right.
Somewhere good.
Okay. Let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
Wait, you just said okay? You're not going to read out the rest of your lines? So what would our relationship be in this alternative universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then?
Alright, do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
Okay, who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
What? Who's the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him? More about him? Or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth. about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
I can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
Alright, got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like, give me a...
No! You will not start blabbering about that asshole.
He didn't answer your question.
Now will you answer some questions for me?
No.
Don't you have to?
No, he doesn't.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now.
If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay, hey, I'm doing this investigation. Turns out he was shot and hanged.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Basically, yes.
Okay, well,
Well, why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Huh.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Let's talk about the hanged man again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
I'm doing an investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more.
Oh.
You want something more? What is it?
Okay, well, I'll see you around.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I guess it was kind of weird, yeah.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Alright, look, I just have to ask. Are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that.
Okay.
What you say? Okay?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Alright, see you around.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Alright, I need to talk to your Sunday friend again. Committee business.
Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
It's all about assigning la responsabilité.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility. As though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
Do you know when he'll be back?
Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see.
Right. Guess I'll have to look for him along the coast.
I guess you will. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Alright, let's see. We got 90 more. Got nothing for authority. Physical instrument, need to do that. Wonder, can I Mirror. I can try the mirror again, but nah. Let's see. Still gotta deal with Titus and that authority. Also the empathy. Right. Alright, you know what? Let's head outside. Let's have a chat with Alice. Eh? The flip are these guys doing here?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Anything on the boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Station 41's Lazarus, please.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I was told to call the Lazarus. People are worried about me.
Oh, it's you.
You know who I am?
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
I'm sorry I've been, well, you know what? Yes, we live in difficult times, but at least it's over. Almost over, that is.
For you, it probably is. I'm counting on my lungs outliving your liver by a wide margin. Not that that's anything to fate.
Was he speaking about his longer life or your shorter one when he said it was no cause for celebration?
I've lost my memory. All of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority.
Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Yes.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with yours, before the rest goes too.
Doc, someone broke my heart.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy for her.
Do you know who this person was? Have I told you?
You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
One needs tending to right now, he thinks, looking around the room. God, these apes. You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
Is there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
Yes, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Alright, that's all for now.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Appreciate that, Alice, but I'm gonna check the save.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Pick up the radio again.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy. For the heavier foot and the freaky M.
God damn it! Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
What about heavy of foot?
You would be too if you had this motor carriage.
I probably would.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
Yes, but it's adorable, Kim. That is adorable of you.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
Connect me to Sylvie, please.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hello, Sylvie. It's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
I think I got everything I need, actually. Thanks.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Jamrock Library.
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Got it. Another hour and 3 minutes.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, detective?
That's done for now. Thanks.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering wheels.
Heyo, what's up with you guys?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Uh-huh. But your jacket says that you are a piss.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
Cop who has no idea what's going on.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
No, I really don't.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
Uh-huh.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
There we go.
possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
No, they really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
You know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
Man was hanged in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology, a field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Oh, I know that you don't know shite.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
That could be the case, yes. A brilliant work of art.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything.
Right
He
then,
looks very uncomfortable.
Right then, what's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does yours have a F the world written on it?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up!
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Well, I do know a void you can do that.
Battery low.
Admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Oh boy. Grab this. And why does yours have that written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss or are you F the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I feel like more like an F the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice, as if looking for something lost ages ago. She bends until her right ear touches the frozen water. She listens to it crack, slowly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm pretty old.
Yep, old as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
Judging by that, Van Eyck is some sort of musician. Or killer.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think the organization would, accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game.
Are you sure a Skull would say that?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say, but we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls branding anyway. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
So you're just pretending to be as nasty and vicious as the Skulls?
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement, or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
These kids have the vocabulary, but might be missing a brain. Wouldn't a grave on top of a grave be just a big hole? What's hard about holes? Filling them up, baby.
Enough of this scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got some better chance. Half-light. Hey, do I got anything for half-light? Physical instrument. Electrochemistry. I don't think I got anything for... Oh, got that for half-light. Nope, guess that's it. I don't really have anything for half-light. I need a physical instrument. have a quick run in here. Right, physical instrument. Pain threshold, physical instrument. Anything else? Chemistry. No, that looks like about everything I can do here. Right, let's try this out.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh yeah.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
Awesome. Nice, that worked well. Oh, what, Kim, you got something to
It's
say?
dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Flashlights go in hand.
Yes, you might even call it a feature of the universe that you need to hold tools to use them.
That makes no sense at all.
I'm sorry, the fundamental laws of the universe don't seem to agree with you, Detective, but the fact remains that it's too dark to see in here without a flashlight. So come on, we've got work to do.
Bugger.
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight. After you've acquired it, go to your inventory and equip it in a held slot to continue exploring.
Alright, let's try
This
this again.
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Right, I got a 4 plus 4 more, that's 8 versus a 15. Alright.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
Bummer. Okay. You know what, there is someone I want to talk to because I did take a peek at a thing.
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nah, I can't do anything. Okay. Let's see. Have a quick talk with him. What's the worst that could happen?
Right to work!
to work! Shame on you!
Real quick, are you the mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
It just has to be said, that was not a convincing line.
Hell no, I'm just an honest scab. That doesn't sound too convincing.
Fucking loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense.
Very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking wrong.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
All right.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Right then. I'm just going to now. Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's see. So, Kuno, you do anything with those bugs?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Hold on. No one's lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Nothing I can do with that. Alright, let's check this. What we got here?
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
Right, let's talk to Kuno.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Ooh, hey, what's this? Nice, some coins. Alright, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Alright, I know you took the locust from the traps.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
You say you don't give a flip about bugs and then you build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Ah, making art is worthy. Calling, it's a worthy calling. Something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Well, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. You've got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I have to ask, what does City of Locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. Or actually, you know what? What's gonna happen to the locusts?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
I need you to stop taking the locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something important, and the locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the first-person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
Okay, now that's that settled, I better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
You know what the phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask some questions. Another step.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Ooh, empathy. I got a chance for empathy again.
Kuno doesn't.
Let's get things ready. I need this for empathy. And what else do I got here? Empathy. Right, empathy, anything minus? Nope, that's a +2. Total is a 3.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Let's give it a try.
What's going on? Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Take the pain.
Smelling weak.
Don't let him move.
You have no idea what to say now.
Kuno doesn't.
Alright, I'm off. Let's let the bug people know about it. Oh, 2 more minutes and then I can call the library.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
Had a chat with Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Oh dear.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Let's see. Really? I feel like well... Yeah, you should... It's not worth risking your health.
He's right, dear Morel. Come now, we've waited so long. What's one more season?
Self-deceit, sire.
You're right, dear. We'll get our shot yet. I'm sure of it.
This place is much better for fieldwork in the summer, believe me.
Is that a pang of sadness, Lieutenant?
Thank you, dear. And you, Detective Fox? You've been great company to an old lady and her stubborn husband.
You're right, Lena. The RCM is worth their salt. More so than they say on the radio.
Wait, can I have your address in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Just nod.
Goodbye.
Right, so what do I do next? Nothing here. Still gotta do the physical instrument over there, but... Let's, pause for a second here. And I'll be back in a second. Alright. There we go. All back now. Oop. Okay. So, at this point here, sleeping dock worker is not there. Net picker, I don't really feel anything for that. Cafe window.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
Got time yet? Oh, perception. Nope. What do I got now? Huh. Anything else interesting?
The file cabinet stands steady. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list. Hundreds of and the same materials. You already went through all of these. The drawer slides shut.
Nothing. Anything on the phone?
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall. There isn't much more to do here.
Nothing of interest, really. Yeah, that case is gone. Leo, you got anything for me?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Alright, I get nothing there. Everett, you got anything for me, bud?
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with?
Look, my gun.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
Not at all. Not at all.
I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again, Harry. Now, what can Everett Clare do for you?
The details of the murder, maybe?
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
Tell me about Titus and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Nothing really that I can do here.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Right. You got nothing. I'm back. Nothing interesting here. Let's get on that radio and talk with the library. Got nothing else.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Jamrock Public Library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on a Billy Majan, a reader.
Billy Majan, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majan's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Oh. You have any other information on Billy Majan?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majan? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
Aha. Do you know the husband's name? Well, but can Marie describe me what the husband looked like?
Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Aha. Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Got it. Billy Majan's a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Uh-huh. Alright, thank you. That's all.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
That's all.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Close the door. Ooh, just auto-saved. Let's have a little bit of fun. I mean, how bad could it get?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Alright, Scab Leader. I think you might be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
It was on your kernel.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
In what must have been Semonine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Sure, yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benital is one of the inhabited islands of the Semonese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Semonese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
You know what? Let's hear it.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. But not too old.
I know where this is going. And it does support the, other theory, the story of what's happened.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Oh boy.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
You can have that.
Nah. You've earned it.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Right. Okay then. Things are crazy in, war, to put it mildly. Let's go on in here. Let's see, do we have the address? Anything useful? Oh, wait. Wasn't there... Let's see. Okay, missing insects is done. Still gotta prove my authority to him, but no. number 20, so it's probably up here? Oh, this is a available map.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allons-y. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Hold on, Kim. Should we discuss this before we move on? What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear some light footsteps and what appears to be a daily weather forecast playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Any advice on how to tell?
Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
What if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
Alright, let's rip this band-aid off.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
You got my back, Kim.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up, nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Don't run, okay? Take it slow. Be respectful. Like a red Astros under the bed. Okay. Yep. Windows, newspaper clippings. Leftovers. Buckwheat onions. Okay. They had a child. Textbook for high school mathematics. Okay. Contemporary pop stars. And a clock. Okay. Yep, just wanted to get a good overview of what's here.
It's you from the bookstand. I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what. No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
I noticed you were cooking something.
People got to eat? What is this about? Why are you suddenly asking me about my cooking?
You live here with Victor, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
Where is everyone? I don't see anybody home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
Out where?
He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
To your knowledge, did he make it to the library?
No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home. It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
Do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
No distinctive features?
No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
What's the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayrow Street. I don't know the official name.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayrow.
It is.
Alright, what was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
What was the name of the book?
I think it was, Thibaut's The Glinting Curve. It was pretty good.
Okay, something else I have to...
She folds her hands across her chest.
Alright.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
God, do I just say he's dead like that?
Yes. That's the most important thing. Use that word. No euphemisms. This is what you came here for.
Alright. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Majon, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
Your husband, Victor Martinez, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
It was an accident. He fell through the hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It couldn't have been long.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Here, take this.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
No. Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the card by her. Oh.
You did well.
What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right, this is closed then.
Let's go.
Right. Oh boy. Yeah. That was, something. That was definitely something, alright. Let's have a quick peek here. Someone's washing dishes. You know what? Let's have a talk with Joyce. We got
You're
anything
back.
new?
Good. What can I help you with? Oh?
I helped turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Yes.
Why, if I may ask? Why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
Yes, Detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
An act born of sympathy for the working man, I set fire to the fumes of struggle.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man. And then talks about them, even if it's inappropriate.
What else?
That's all I got,
Detective.
really.
You can always drop by later, should something come up.
Oh boy, nothing really. Oh, I should at least see Cindy, let her know boys say hi.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Well, those two kids say send you their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay then, how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Alright, catch you later, Cindy. Right. What next? What next? Do I really have anything? 15 points short of trying something again, but... these are... stuck. Can't do anything there. Huh. Ask him about this.
Yes?
I think you should know I can't remember anything.
No response. He's having trouble processing it. Believe...
Okay,
Have you
let's-
tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
So what should I concentrate
Try work.
on?
The case at hand. It can work miracles.
I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think...
You can always use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazarus again. Was there anything? What do you want to
About
know?
the case, yeah, we've inspected the scene. I want to know about that hissing competition.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So it's a struggle of who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
The unwanted stepchild.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So, he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills.
Close my eyes.
The rows are endless.
Okay, Precinct 41.
Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness. Your brothers have left you.
For some reason I thought you had 104 solved cases.
Well, technically, the official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
Mm-hmm. So you're still a good cop, right?
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
So, wonder what that says about me. That why I was sent by my station?
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Let's see. Let's see. There can only be one conclusion. I am the finest case-solving machine sent here to outperform you in every way.
A good joke.
Yes, a joke. In truth, I will only moderately humiliate. Rest assured, I have no intention to compete with you.
It's good we set this thing aside. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
Alright, enough of the competition.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Logic? Hold on a second. I got a thing for logic. What do I got? Logic. 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 Oh, I got empathy shoes. Ooh, +2 logic. Perfect. Right, that's good. Okay.
Yes?
Logic.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
What? No, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me out to this case because I'm an F-up? Like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's true?
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Right. Right then, so I can do physical instrument. Anything for... Precarious world, Humpty Dumpty Dum. Nope, nope, nope. White morning. Yeah, no, let's go back to physical instrument. Ice cream maker is unlocked. Oh, let's get some physical instrument stuff on. Physical instrument. Shivers, physical instrument. Chemistry. There we go. Yep, okay. Now, I don't want to have to do this, but you saw nothing.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Right, let's crack open that lid.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Yes, I want to know. Items. Ooh, wow. Neat. Impressive. All right. Let's see. I want I need a flashlight. There we go. Let's give this a quick look-see.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life. Static seep.
Good morning. First, please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
I might have a password for the offsite copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Life after death.
No, that's not it.
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
After death, life again.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print, it sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Nothing happens.
Wait.
Tiles
Read
on
the
the cube.
printout.
The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
What happened?
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Let's examine it.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sorna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Alright, let's get going. Let's go see what she has to say. Let's swap this out for pliers. There we go. Church. Yep, we gotta go to the church and take care of business with her, because that's actually something I can do here. Cold wind blows from the broken gallery. Okay.
Yes, what is it?
About that off-site copy you asked me to bring. Here's the copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's gonna happen now?
Now, I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
What are you hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
It's that white dot, same place I saw when I printed out.
Hold on.
Can I do, well, say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
You did it. You found the coordinates. Okay.
I found the coordinates.
Great job.
Good job. Good job. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, where is it? Where's the 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Right, I'll go figure it out.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it. Yes, but you like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Sure, no
Thanks.
problem.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Alright, move the third bowl.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Right?
This task is an insult to your mental skills.
Dude, it's fine. Fourth
Some
bowl.
water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Right. Oh boy, what do we got here?
Yes, what is it?
Alright, move the bowls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
What's wrong?
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to just be silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
You're like me. You're overthinking this, but you're right. We should be cautious.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities be terrifying?
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Say nothing.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
Did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Didn't you find it?
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Perception, hearing. Let's see, do I got anything for perception? Let's see. Perception. Cavalry boots. -1 perception. -1 perception. Composure. Perception. Nope, that's all.
Yes, what is it?
Right, let's give it a shot.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
The kids, of course.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks? Of course. The Speed Freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind moving in with if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Alright, I'll go talk to them then.
Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Excellent. Alright. Let them know they can move in. Oh, and all done before lunch today, too. Nice.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Here to talk about the church.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news. I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for a project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share space for a couple weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage. And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
You mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's illegal, you see.
Oh man, really? You're a complete ballbuster. Fine, we can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Alright. Let's see, I wonder. What am I gonna see if I look in here? One is less than givers, all the givers. What?
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going?
What? What did you say?
I said, how's the project going?
I can't hear you. The music is too loud. Oh, the project. It's not going well.
Why?
There's that guy. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you ask him?
He doesn't listen to me. He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekokata. A place to be, apparently.
I'll
Thanks.
speak with him.
Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes. Let me know how it goes.
Alright.
You got us in, Cop. I can't believe you got us in. Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yeah, I get ya.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent, 'twas a security risk, and in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
I did it for mankind, for all of mankind.
Okay.
I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind, but whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him.
So, Wait, what's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
You look like... That's it?
They're just clothes.
I thought there'd be more to it.
It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
Okay. What'd you think of the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
How do you like the glasswork?
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
Uh-huh. I'm getting some negative vibrations from her too.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
Ah. Yeah, but, like, who isn't accused of mass murder this day? Let's see. She's the innocence of humanism.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we're living, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
I do feel there's something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Stare grimly in the
The speed freak looks the same way. It is dark there in the back of the church. For a moment, the music echoes strangely.
Yeah. I don't want to think about her anymore.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
So, how you settling in?
Hard to say, cop man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean this mother's love stuff isn't too well, you know, mean the sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive?
Talking to him, I realised that sobriety can be pretty hardcore too. I gotta respect it. The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
What did Tiago tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
You mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
I don't get it. Contain what exactly?
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by, out outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
What makes you think Suna's gonna fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
Aha. Maybe I found the doomed commercial district in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing where Ubis were trying to contain something.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
Interesting. You think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person.
Alright, well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Alright. Take care, Noid. Oh wait, yeah, you got anything to say?
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000! Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too. Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
What do you propose as a name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Acel, what would you suggest?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern. And too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Alright, Egghead.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Alright, Noid, what about you?
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
Suna, what about you?
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Kim?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Acel. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
Alright, I think I'll come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Oh. 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 Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observe the movement.
I'm dancing.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dance.
Yes, my man!
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
Goodbye, officer.
Savoir-faire. Do I got savoir-faire? Nope. Drat, do I not have any savoir-faire? Nope, I got nothing.
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Oh, long-shaped trees on the silver belt.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Encore! All right! Yeah!
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore!
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
We're close.
Okay.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore!
Is it? But is...
Hardcore to the mega.
Alright.
Internally coherent.
Encore! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
There's a puzzle here.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore!
Is it though?
It is!
But is it? I mean, really?
I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar, over the top.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Why are you suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
So why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
May I ask why?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution.
What are you
Caution
suspicious
is
of?
suspicion. It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
And what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
You mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
And what's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
Yeah, it's our only shit and we fucking shook at it.
Correct.
He can't help but doubt your sincerity in this matter. There is no other way. You are a police officer.
Don't assume I like status quo because I'm a cop.
Precisely. The status quo doesn't need to be loved.
Does this mean you're mentally ill?
Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill. A suspicious element.
Really? Oh, well, that was stimulating.
His eyes flicker.
You mentioned true life. What's that like?
But life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself. In others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism, then?
Nationalism, militarism, racism, an emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
Okay. Fair enough, just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord is a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Pardon me. Excuse you.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah!
So you're advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
Right then.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Conceptualization, okay. I can do some conceptualization stuff here. What do we got? Ooh. I got glasses for savoir-faire. Oh, is that... yeah. Conceptualization. Let's see. Visual calculus. Double check this. Logic. Ooh, whoa. Wikipedia's. Okay, so that's a 2 to conceptualization. Anything else? Yep, that is everything I can do for that. It's a 7.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Alright. Got the key and love.
Aggressive, monotonous, but also somehow sacrum, primitive, yet futuristic, like a machine man. Nothing exists but the here and now. All are one purpose. All you've managed is a list. The parts don't form a whole.
Right,
Dead
talk about
body,
this place.
spirit entered. What is there to talk of?
How old do you think the church is? You said like 320?
320 years. A little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual collapse?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
So what you're saying is religion has stopped being hardcore?
It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you said that the Ecclesians were all about love and hardcore before.
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
Let's see. And you propose dance music will supplant the system.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
Alright.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Take care.
The girl stands behind the row of pulpits, whistling a melody with the electronic device pressed against the wood. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Oh, is that what the device is for?
This? Yeah, it's a portable recording device. For field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What is a contact microphone?
A contact mic is a microphone that records sounds from inside things. Like all this wood.
Why would anyone do that?
It's not important, actually. Never mind. I actually wanted to thank you.
What for?
For getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
I want to know more about your associates.
Okay.
Tell me about, what's the deal with Egghead?
What do you mean?
What do you think he's doing when he yells that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
Party boy?
Melodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
You don't have to tell me rock is backwards, I'm the future man.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
So where's he from?
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City, I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the Banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
And the others?
Who do you want to know about?
Noid.
He's a Forburger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that, in a shop somewhere.
Is that because of his belief? The hardcore and the ribs, the spinal cord and stuff?
Not to sound too dramatic, but I wouldn't make light of his belief system when he's around. Noid's a serious person. He's serious about the lifestyle.
What's this pilgrimage?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock. Or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah. Who do you want to know about?
And, Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know.
On life?
Yes. Anyway.
Could it be that's why he's balding? Him thinking it's his last chance?
Come to think of it, yes. He's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair of his. Bleaching it like that. Probably wants to get rid of it altogether.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Who do you want to know about?
What you think of the crab man?
Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just try to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid? What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
And what does he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower?
Alright, about the others?
Who do you want to know about?
Suna.
Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins? And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Then tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, I forget. Tell me about yourself.
I'm a silver bird.
Hang on. That phrase. You're suddenly reminded of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Alright. Thank you. The questions?
Sure.
Reaction speed. 14. At a 4, I could probably up it with a few things, but yeah. Do I get a retry?
Yo, man.
No.
What's on your mind?
Savoir-faire. Do I got anything savoir-faire? Is that a 6? I think that's basically everything. Give that a check.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Goodbye, officer.
These wires work as conduits.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
What's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair.
I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Let's see. 6, 18. Yeah, it's pretty. 6 plus 2 is 8. Yeah, can't do that.
Goodbye, officer.
Let's try, let's see, if we can get with Egghead again.
Bit close. True, hard, full car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night.
No.
Bit close. True, hard, full car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Right. Right, what was that other check?
Welcome back.
Reaction speed, right. Reaction speed. Anything else? No. This one, reaction speed. Right, that's the most I got. Let's give it a shot. Or 2.
O pasado de agente. It flutters by your ear. It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community on Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
O pasado de agente.
Excuse me?
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
I remember now. The term for someone who won't break under questioning. Organized crime term.
What do you mean?
Silver Bird.
Alright. My father was a Zemyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone. So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure about that? What about this drug lab plan?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs. Else they might get unhappy.
So what you're saying is, Everard authorized this?
Not in person, but I let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really.
Remember those bold, new exotic revenue streams Everard said he was going to fund his harbour with? You should go back and ask him about that.
It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dadwise into a corrupt business person. Unpleasant.
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work.
We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him into using the information.
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with Everard. He's just going to deny it.
Yeah. Have you seen Everard?
Yeah. That'll be all for now. I got another point. I can try that again. Conceptualization. But is there anything else that I would want? I get more honor. Wow. How am I? Alright, definitely moralist, ultra-liberal. Good cop, bad cop. Alright, let's give this conceptualization another try. +2. Was there anything else for conceptualization? Nothing. Nothing else. Okay.
Yo, mate. What's on your mind?
Try that again.
Dedicated.
Yep.
Hyperactive. Unified. You'll have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. Jumping around, as this sort of music requires, is actually a taxing physical activity and should be dignified with a sports suit.
Let's see. Sports should be dignified with a sports suit. Think about wearing sports apparel as my hardcore getup to maximize mobility of limbs.
You might as well make it complete with a whistle then.
So what did I... Hardcore aesthetic. Huh. Interesting.
We're close. True, hard, full car.
Okay.
Hardcore.
Still same.
Hardcore to the mega.
Nothing.
Internally coherent.
Nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
What is it? I mean, really? Under the radar, over the top.
Right. Right then. Oh, that's neat.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Okay, so it's a 6. Let me just double check a few things. Bonus from items.
Goodbye, officer.
Let's double check that. Yeah, I guess it's everything I can do for Savoir-Faire. So you know what? Let's give it a roll.
Man, it's good to see you.
You close your eyes and drink.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
Goodbye, officer.
Alright, let's step out of here. The music, well, actually, I want to see what's nothing left over here. Okay, now that I'm out of there, I want to check out that door up here real quick.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened.
Nope, gotta walk away from it. Alright. I think that's enough for tonight. We'll just save it here. Alright. Still gotta figure out what exactly I'm gonna do here. Oh boy, there's I'll have to think about that. Alright, take care everyone.